Could Malik Cunningham start for the New England Patriots at some point this season? That is the topic of today's video. A lot of you guys, you want to see Malik Cunningham under center. The Patriots are 2-8 right now. They're not making the playoffs. They're going to have a top 10 draft pick. Where exactly within the top 10 are they going to be? We don't know yet, but we know they're going to have a top 10 draft pick. The season is over. At this point, we are looking on to 2024, looking to build for next season. What pieces do we have for next year versus what needs to go? Because this team at 2-8 needs to do a complete U-Haul. Part of that starts with Mac Jones, and I've been a Mac Jones believer ever since he was drafted. And I still stick by the fact that Bill Belichick messed up Mac Jones. To say that Bill Belichick did nothing and this is all on Mac Jones, you don't know football if that's what you're saying. But at this point, his internal clock is messed up. He has anxiety in the pocket. Bill Belichick messed this kid up so bad that everything we knew about Mac Jones coming out of the draft is completely washed away because of what he has endured over the last 2 seasons now, both in 2022 and now here in 2023. That brings up the bearing question on should there be a change at quarterback? And we know that the New England Patriots last week against the Colts in Germany before this bye week, they ended up benching Mac Jones, who didn't play a bad game, didn't do anything spectacular, throws that interception to Mike Gesicki for essentially the game winner. And now they put in Bailey Zappi in that game. Now there's question marks headed into the bye week and coming out of the bye week on who is going to be the New England Patriots starting quarterback. And could that guy be Malik Cunningham? I'm going to break that down for you guys in today's video on if that's a possibility and do I ultimately think that's going to happen. But on your way in, make sure you guys leave a big thumbs up on this video, guys. One of the best ways to support the channel, and it massively, massively, massively supports us. So if you guys would do me a big favor, it's completely free, takes less than a second, and I promise you, I'm not lying when I actually say it helps this channel be more successful. So please, if you want to see more videos, if you want the channel to succeed, then make sure you guys do leave a big thumbs up. But without further ado, let's roll that intro and hop into today's video. Roller coaster it has been for Malik Cunningham, coming out as one of the top picks here for the New England Patriots UDFA draft class from this past draft. This is a guy many thought could actually become something, right? He was the quarterback to take over in Louisville after Lamar Jackson left Louisville to become the starting quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. Very similar play style. Many thought he could go somewhere. The reality is no team took a chance on him. No team from the 1st to 7th round decided to take a chance on him, and New England picked him up as a UDFA, right? He's a gadget player. He is very, very athletic. He is one, if the not, most athletic player on this New England Patriots team. Point blank. And is easily the most athletic player from the entire 2023 draft class and really any move that they made this offseason. So you had to think that there was some type of role somewhere in the NFL for Malik Cunningham. The New England Patriots did also believe this. They just didn't believe that it was as a quarterback. The entire offseason, ever since they picked him up as a UDFA, Malik Cunningham has been utilized as a gadget player, more specifically as a perimeter X receiver sitting at 6'1". He's a guy that they thought with that speed, with the athleticism, if they could train him to have adequate hands, that he could become a piece for them from a receiving standpoint. And they did that as soon as he got in the building. They did it throughout training camp. So many speculated what they were going to do with him. Malik Cunningham, in our first preseason game against the Houston Texans in the 4th quarter, does take over at quarterback, which then made many speculate maybe the Patriots view him as a quarterback. Maybe he could be a quarterback ultimately for this team. He gave us the only success and the only touchdown from our first preseason game against the Texans. But you know what? Many people overreacted to that game also. He looked good, but it's also our first preseason game late in the 4th quarter, when at that point you have 3rd and 4th strings essentially playing that, most of which are not in the league anymore. Yes, he had an excellent pass to Trey Nixon in the end zone on the run, which should have been a touchdown, but ultimately it wasn't because Trey Nixon drops it. The Patriots in that game still utilized Malik Cunningham as a mobile quarterback, and that should show him as a gadget player. That should show him as an athletic option. The fact that he rarely passed the ball and just ran the entire time should show how they're going to utilize him. There is so much more to being a quarterback than just passing the ball or just running the ball, right? But you do still need to adequately pass the ball in a pass first league. That's the reality. This is a pass first league, and you have to be able to pass the ball effectively, efficiently, and consistently. And we just really have not seen that from Malik Cunningham. Before we keep breaking this video down, though, guys, want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors of this channel. And guys, an excellent opportunity for you. I'm going to pause the video, but I had a quick, very important question that I wanted to ask you guys. And that is, have you ever tried to go to a Pats game before? Or maybe a Celtics game or Red Sox game, or even just a concert, maybe even a comedy show? But you weren't able to find last minute tickets. You weren't able to find a good price. It was just overall a very unpleasant experience for you. Well, I've had that happen to me several times, and let me tell you firsthand, it definitely takes the excitement out of going to a football game or going to a sporting event or going to a comedy show, a night in which should be a fun, magical getaway for you. Truth be told, you guys should not have to worry the next time you're going to buy tickets to your next big event. And that's why I'm excited to talk about today's sponsor over at Game Time. Game Time is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all of your sports events, music events, comedy events, or even theater events near you. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seats, and their best price guaranteed, Game Time takes the guesswork out of you having to buy those tickets. Now, I've used other ticket buying services in the past, and let me tell you, the best one is hands down Game Time. Not only do they have what I believe is the cleanest layout on their app, but it also shows me exactly what my view will be from my seat. You never have to worry about, oh, is this going to be too close to the stage? Is this going to be too far from the stage? Am I going to have a good view? They let you know exactly when you're looking at tickets for yourself what to expect. Me personally, what I look for the most is a good price when I'm trying to find tickets for an upcoming event. And with Game Time, they will actually list and show you what the best deal is at that current time for that specific event. With Game Time, you are guaranteed to get the lowest price every single time you use their app and make a purchase. They also have free cancellation at any time, and they even have job loss protection. Game Time is the only app that gives you complete peace of mind from start to finish, and you're not wasting any time. You know the event you want, it takes 2 taps max to get your tickets, pick your tickets, and purchase those tickets. What intrigued me most about Game Time, though, is how they are truly for the people rather than just trying to get as much money from you as humanly possible. I mean, they are literally obsessed with finding ways for you guys to save money. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, and they even have deals an hour after your event starts. You guys can find exclusive flash and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and so much more. With zone deals, you guys pick the section and Game Time will pick the seats for you for an average of 18% savings. And the Game Time guarantee means that you guys will get the best price. And if you guys find tickets in that same section and row for less money, Game Time will actually credit you 110% of that difference. Seriously, guys, take the guesswork out of buying tickets. It's supposed to be a fun night. It shouldn't be a stressful one. So if you guys want to make it stress-free, check out Game Time. All you guys got to do is download the Game Time app, create an account, and use my code Patriots Global for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account, redeem that code Patriots Global, PATSGLOBAL, for $20 off. Guys, download Game Time today for low prices and last-minute tickets guaranteed. Guaranteed. Apparently that was cut off, but guaranteed. But this brings up the excellent question on, will they do it? Will they give Malik Cunningham the opportunity to play quarterback? My answer for you is no. They're not going to give Malik Cunningham the opportunity to play quarterback because they do not view him as a quarterback. And I think it's very clear that teams don't view Malik Cunningham as a starting quarterback in the NFL, let alone a backup quarterback in the NFL. In that preseason game, he was only given a few opportunities to actually pass the ball. That should tell you how they view him. Since he got here, being utilized as a receiver, sometimes even in the backfield, should tell you he's not viewed as a quarterback. He was released in roster cutdowns, and no team wanted to pick him up. he gets reverted back to the Patriots practice squad. There was a point where the Patriots did decide that they were going to promote him when we heard that offensive changes were coming. He plays against Las Vegas, only gets 6 snaps, does nothing with his 6 snaps. No statistics, opposite of recording 1 sack taken. That's all he did. And many speculated after he was, promoted to the 53-man roster, given a 3-year contract, that they actually thought he was going to go somewhere, that they actually believed him. And I told you guys to hold your horses and ultimately see what happens. He was on the active roster for 10 days before he was cut again, went through waivers, which again, a team had the opportunity to sign him as their starting quarterback, as their backup quarterback. And several teams at that point were dealing with injured quarterbacks or quarterback questions. And they could have taken a chance on Malik, and still teams did not do so. Let's also not forget the fact that no team drafted him. He was a UDFA. No team even wanted to take a chance on the 6th or 7th round. Also, because the Patriots do believe that he is a gadget player, they haven't given him lots of packages in terms of passing ability. So right now, if he was plugged in as a quarterback for this team, it would be just constantly him running the ball. And maybe that worked in the preseason, but the reality is that when you're going up against starter caliber defenses, you're not going to get that same production. Okay. Again, he was going up against third and fourth strings. Some even fifth strings were in there. A lot of guys who aren't in the NFL today. So it would be much harder for him to do so, especially with such a predictable offense. So with that being said, I do not believe that Malik Cunningham is going to get the opportunity here for the Patriots to be their starting quarterback. I believe that he truly is their last option there for quarterback. And even if it came down to it, they probably would sign somebody off the streets. Right now, I believe this quarterback carousel for New England goes Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, Will Grier, who I would like to see what he can do, and then Malik Cunningham. He's going to have to climb the ranks in practice and actually be given the opportunity in a larger package of passing plays to be able to go somewhere. And I think Bill O'Brien hit on it perfectly to tell us, without actually telling us, that he is a gadget player, and that is how they view him when he said, but he's made a lot of improvement. He's a great guy to work with. He's played in a lot of different spots. He's played wide receiver. He's played in the slot. He's played quarterback. He's played in the backfield. He's done a lot of different things, and he's really improved in all areas. With that being said, guys, reality is reality. And the fact that the Patriots only played him in 1 fourth quarter preseason game at quarterback should tell you that they are not going to plug him in a regular season game late into the season to be your starting quarterback. I'm excited to see what Malik Cunningham can do, and maybe somewhere in the league he can be a starting quarterback, but I do not believe that he will ever be a starting quarterback here or get actual starting quarterback snaps with this team. He will be a gadget player for this team, or he will be nothing for this team. And I believe that the best case for Malik Cunningham to actually be something in the NFL is going to be as a wide receiver or as a gadget player in the backfield, mixing at wide receiver also. I think the Patriots will continue to try to develop Malik Cunningham. I think that we could see packages with him if he actually does start to develop. If he can be a wide receiver, they'll use him out at wide receiver. Maybe that's at X receiver. Maybe that's in the slot. Maybe they'll give him snaps at running back. But I think if he can develop and get on the field, we'll even see some trick plays where he gets to throw the ball, right? Mac Jones to a running back, or whoever the quarterback is to a running back, flip it off to Malik Cunningham back to the quarterback. Those types of trick plays we've been kind of keened in on seeing here in New England, but haven't seen in the last, entire season so far. But what are your guys' thoughts on Malik Cunningham? Do you think that he is going to get the opportunity to play with the Patriots, even based off of the tendencies of what we're hearing in press conferences from coaches and even the tendencies that we've seen from the team? Releasing him at roster cutdowns, sign him to a 3-year deal, releasing him 10 days later, and then putting him back on the practice squad. Let me know in the comment section below. Remember, leave a big like on this video. And of course, do not forget, subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. But as always, guys, I appreciate you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you who got to the end of the video, and especially those who are still supporting the channel with all of the question marks and really just not enjoyable football that this team is putting out. You guys are true Patriots fans, and I do love and appreciate each and every single one of you for it. But most importantly, never forget, guys, go Pats.